It does seem Bryce Petty may have avoided disaster. The Jets quarterback, if you saw it, left Saturday's preseason loss to the Giants late in the fourth quarter. He had a left knee injury. It turns out after an MRI on Sunday that it is a grade 1 MCL sprain, and that's certainly better than any kind of tear. It does remain unclear if he'll play in Thursday's preseason finale against the Eagles. As for the rest of the Jets offense, a look at their projected depth chart. This is for their season opener on September 10th. They'll be dealing with 2 suspensions. Jalen Marshall and Austin Seferian-Jenkins both out to begin the season. This one, it pains me really to even give you this one as we go ahead with Overreaction Monday. This is tough. But anyway, I'll say it. Jets will go 0-16 this season. Overreaction? Not an overreaction. It's
an overreaction. It wouldn't be an overreaction if we said they're going to have the #1 overall pick in 2018. I think that I'm fairly comfortable thinking that's a distinct possibility. But it's really hard to go 0-16. They played the Bills in week 1, for instance. They could knock off the Bills given the fact that their starting quarterback is in the concussion protocol right now and really hasn't been that effective when he is on the field. So I think it's an overreaction. That's not to belittle how bad the Jets could be this season.
It doesn't look good, but that's not to say you can't win a game.
Right.
I think it's an overreaction, but just barely. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the life that you still see from the defense. Even when the Jets were playing the Giants in the Snoopy Bowl, you saw life from Sheldon Richardson. You still see some life on that defense with Todd Bowles being that head coach. And so when you try to think about 0-16, you got to think about what teams, could they beat? Who could they get that 1 win or 2 wins against? But it's really close because there are some teams that are teetering, the Browns, maybe the Jaguars, maybe the Bills or what have you, but it's not by far.
Yeah, I think it's an overreaction too. I think you touched on a very good point here. People there really like the character of this football team, especially on the defensive side. They think that they've got some ballers for the future here that is really going to make things look much better for them 2 to 3 years down the road. Now, they're going to struggle offensively. There's no doubt about it. They'll probably be the worst scoring offense in the NFL. And if they're not, I don't know who's going to be. But I think they will be able to play good enough complementary football that they'll squeak out a win or 2 here. But, Jeff, you're right, man. They're going to be picking first overall.
Wait, really? No chance we're wrong here? No chance?
Well, there's a chance.
I mean, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
I'm not that they go undefeated, that they come out and surprise some folks and win 6-7 games.
Well, that's why you want to keep that pick.
Look, they like. I'm telling you, they like the character of this team.
This is the problem. Welcome to New York Jets fans, right
They like the character of this football team. They really think that they have some people who care about football and who are talented, particularly on the defensive side.
They could need that character as those losses pile up because it can get long.
And can I just say this too? It kind of goes back to what we were just saying with the Colts. This is another team who potentially didn't have to be in this situation. When you just go back not that long ago and think about how long and drawn out the Ryan Fitzpatrick situation was, maybe if you had handled that earlier, maybe Brandon Marshall's still there. I don't know what happens with Eric Decker. Matt Forte certainly didn't come over for this. You look at the offense, you can't even recognize the receivers anymore. It's just amazing how one decision and how you handle something, trying to establish yourself in the tone in the front office, how it kind of has a domino effect. And here we are on offense. And hopefully the people who are here now will be here to make those decisions in the next couple of years.